Hello, it's Monica from Crafting with Quilling and hope you have absolutely fabulous day. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create super quick card for someone very special. If you like it, I really hope you'll feel inspired and craft along with me. For today's project, I'm going to use cutting dies from Tattered Lace, Harmony Foundation. However, you can use any nesting dies you've got in your stash. With the biggest cutting die, I'm going to die cut it twice using white 300 GSM card, and that will be my front and the back of the card. Then I'm going to use two beautiful designs from Winnie Celebrations 1 collections from Polkadoodles, and I'm going to use two other cutting dies from Tattered Lace and cut those mats and layers. And I think this is so cool because I'm going to have a very nice frame around. And I do encourage you to mix and match different design papers because in the end, that's what's going to work really well on your projects. So as you can see, I've got the white card base, then I've got darker color and then lighter color. Using the leftover from the Winnie Celebration 1 design paper, I'm going to use some cutting dies from my stash. And this one comes from Crafter's Companion, and I'm going to use all the hearts you can see here. And I think this is so cool. When this is ready, I'm also going to use something extra, and this one is Loving Frame cutting die from Crafter's Companion. However, I'm only going to use those small hearts, so I need to cut it just a little bit. That's why your scraps are absolutely perfect, because you can use them for smaller die cuts. As you can see, I've got all the hearts on the right hand side, and now it will be time to decorate the DIGI stamp. And this one is called Cherry Cream Cupcake. All the links to the products are in the description down below if you interested. So this card I made just before Valentine's Day. However, I think it would be perfect all year round because especially when you mix and match different die cuts, digistamps and design papers, you can achieve absolutely amazing results. Do you like to use digistamps in your card making? If you do you have your favorite brand? Please let me know in the comments down below. As you can see, I'm using my alcohol markers to color in the digistamp, and I'm also going to use some other markers from Crafter's Companion, which is actually Spectrum Noir. And I think when you mix and match them, you can achieve absolutely fabulous results because all alcohol markers blend beautifully together. So it doesn't really matter if it's very expensive or very cheap brand. So let's have a look. I'm going to use tricolor brush markers from Spectrum Noir, and I'm going to use the one at the very bottom. So this way I'm going to have very cool color matching the design papers on my card. And I think this is really cool. Whenever you create any card, try to mix and match the elements, but try to stick to the same color palette. And I think that's what's the best idea about card making. I really like creating new things and exploring and experimenting with my stash. And I do hope you do exactly the same. Have you ever created a card with a cupcake? If you haven't, I've got something for you on Buy Me a Coffee website, and you can see the link here to my giveaway that was last month. I created some cupcake images, so if you want, you can use them for your card making, and they are free. So please check the video at the top, and I also left the links in the description down below. So now it is time to add a little bit more details to the whole cupcake. And as you can see, it is super simple. I always start with the darkest color first, then medium and light. So this way I always have a good blend. And I do encourage you to have a scrap piece of card underneath because that would really makes a difference, especially when you work on a glass mat. Now it is time to fussy cut our cupcake, and at this point I thought let's add even more color to the bottom. And I think that would really makes a difference here. As you can see, I already have some darker pink where the wrapping is. So this way we're going to have very nice 3D look. And as I said, you can mix and match different brands from your stash. So if you have used a cupcake in your card making, did you use a cutting die, a digi stamp, or maybe you've got a stamp that you can stamp over and over again. So if you do have your favorite image, please let me know in the comments down below. So now it will be time to add a few highlights on the cupcake, and I'm going to use white gel pen. I think that works really well, especially with some shiny elements. So when this is ready, our cupcake can be adhered on the card. However, first I need to attach all the other elements at the front of the card. So as you can see, the elements are ready. Now we're going to create the flap at the back element. So I'm going to use my scoring board, score it, and then burnish it, because that's what makes my shape cards really easy to make. Do you use that trick to create your shape cards? If you do, please let me know in the comments down below. As you know me, I absolutely love shape cuts and fancy folds, and I think they are just perfect and absolutely amazing to work with. So I'm going to put few drops of liquid glue, then assemble the front and the back together. When they are ready, it's always a good idea to burnish that flap as well. The card looks like a rocking card at the moment, but there is always a trick. So I'm going to use my scissors and cut the straight line at the back panel. So this way the card is going to stand proudly on a flat surface. Now it will be time to assemble all the elements to the front of the card, and I try to put two layers together first and then assemble it at the front of the card. So what do you think about this color palette for card? I don't really use it that very often, but I think it works really well, especially with that cupcake. And if you do like cupcakes, do you have your favorite flavor? My totally favorite one is red velvet cake. I think it is so cool. However, carrot cake is also good as well. Now it will be time to add some dimension to the cupcake, and I'm going to use my double-sided foam pads. As you can see, it is super simple. I try to peel off the backing from the small elements, so then on the back I've got a bigger piece to peel, and I think that is the way to go. If you want, you can also use a pokey tool, and that will make your job so much easier with peeling off the backing of that tape. So now, when this is ready, you have to decide where do you want it at the front of the card, at the bottom, in the middle, or towards the top. The choice is yours. And I really like how this card turned together beautifully. So when the cupcake is there with all the dimension, it is time for a sentiment. And this one comes from Lovebirds Greetings, also from Polkadoodles. And I still had a leftover beautiful pink design paper from Winnie Celebrations 1, so I decided to create a backing for the sentiment. So even if you have a smaller pieces left of your beautiful design papers, you can always reuse them. And I really try hard not to waste anything. If you are the same, please let me know in the comments down below. It is time to add some dimension to the sentiment, adhere it on the card, and then it will be time for all those hearts here. And here, I didn't do any dry run here. I decided just to go with the flow and see how the hearts are going to look like on the card. And I really like how they match the frame around that light pink. If you like it as well, please let me know in the comments down below. If you want, you can also add some gems or pearl to this card. However, I do encourage you to play with whatever is in your stash. And even the smaller die cuts, they just work perfect together with other elements that you've got. So when this is ready, the cut will be completed. And if you do have any nesting dice, I really encourage you today to play with them. because you'll be amazed how many beautiful and quick cards you can create. Now it is time for a little bit more sparkle. So I'm going to use clear overlay from Crafter's Companion. I really like it, and I think it is my go-to whenever it comes to add a little bit more sparkle on smaller elements. And when this dries, the sparkle is incredible and it catches the light beautifully. So, as you can see, there is plenty of space to write your message. The card stands proudly on a flat surface and it is complete. So, if you like it, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'm going to see you tomorrow for the first day of Easter. Projects, have a wonderful day, enjoy your day, and happy crafting! Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you're new. Bye for now and see you in my next video.